Good morning. Got the whole crew with me here this morning. Got the crackos hanging around. I've got Wally here in the background. He's been brought in this morning. He's having some hay. We're waiting for the farrier to come. I've got Nikki, my trusty old girlfriend, and her mate Pablo, who he absolutely... Pablo is one special boy, aren't you, Pablo? Hopefully you can see Pablo. And all the crackos, all my little friends, crackos, are with me. And my beautiful friend, Nikki. Sorry, I just had to show you my family. While eating, as I said, in the background. Yeah, so I'm jumping on this morning because I feel like I want to talk about anxiety, Pppd, and vestibular migraine. For me, and maybe tips for you. Anxiety rises really quickly. It raises its head, it takes your breath away, it raises your blood pressure, your heartbeat gets faster. Yeah, look out for the warning signs. And you know, anxiety is just a word that is used so often now in our day and age. You know, it's a thing. You know, but obviously anxiety is one of the precursors to having the condition of a Pppd. For those who don't actually know, Pppd stands for persistent postural perceived dizziness. So, you know, we walk around all day, every minute of the day, with, you know, basically blurred vision, really struggling with, you know, your train of thought. Yeah, like everything moves, like, so your visual stimuli, anything coming towards you, you're going to have difficulty processing at the speed of what, say, a normal person would, that just doesn't even have to think about it. How is your spatial surrounding looking for you? Is everything normal for you? You know, for us with Pppd, we're always wondering when we're going to crash into the next thing. Did you just walk around the corner and crash into the side of the kitchen bench? You know, have you cut the corner too quickly and, you know, at the supermarket and crashed your trolley into somebody? Like, this is all so real. Like, I'm in the supermarket and all the shelves are moving like they're on a travelator. Like, nothing stands still for us. Everything moves. So it's really tricky. But circling back to the whole idea of anxiety, tips and tricks for me is to prep. Like, just make sure you're out there in front of it. Make sure, okay, today, for example, I've got the farrier coming. So instead of me rushing around because he's just driven in and I haven't got the horse in, he's not ready for when the farrier arrives. He's not in a contained area, so he's easy to catch. You know, like, have I got the money ready? Is everything just going to run smoothly? So, you know, for anybody out there, there's a tip. Like, what can you do that's going to make your life easier? How can things run more smoothly? Can you be somewhere in front of time? Like, can you sort of, you know, go 15 minutes earlier so that the anxiety doesn't rise up inside of you? Because then once that happens, then you tripped into the next load that's going to happen on your body, where your stress levels, you know, start to rise even more. And that happens like a cascade effect. And before you know it, you're not breathing properly. And before you know it, then everything else just starts to spiral out of control. So for me, I've got to stay way out in front of everything. And yeah, I hopefully, you know, for me, I know already. Like, you know, a couple of other things. Like I run a little essence, like a lot of, what do you call it, a little roll-on down the vagus nerves, down the side of my neck each day. It's called Balance. I hope that that just sort of soaks into the sides there and, you know, can just calm down. But with vestibular migraine, which is my precursor, my first, obviously, condition, you know, it doesn't take much to trip me over into a real flare. So keeping as much stress level off your body as you can, the better you will feel, because, you know, vestibular migraine is a central nervous system issue. So with that, like for me, my central nervous system is always running fight, flight, freeze. And for me, I'm very aware that, you know, it doesn't take much for me to, like, I'm generally run at fight, flight all the time, but because I can't process something, I freeze. So I always freeze. Then I look at my spatial surroundings, work out what's going on. Do I need to give way left, right? Am I safe to move? And then I'll move. So, yeah, if, you know, like a comment was made, you know, to me from a family member over the weekend where, you know, they basically said, oh, I look perfectly fine. Geez, she looked well enough to me. You know, she looks perfectly fine to me. You know, fucking hell, like, you know, they didn't even come near me. And like, for example, did they see how bad my central nervous system was? Did they actually watch me try to pick up a sandwich at the funeral and go, oh my God, Jesus, she's actually really struggling. Not from a distance, oh, she looks all right to me. Like, that's bullshit, you know? So don't make judgments from a distance. Like, you know, really, if you want to know if someone's all right, maybe ask them, or maybe, you know, just stop the judgment from a long distance away. Like, or if you think that someone needs help, ask them if they're all right. Reach out. And none of this, are you okay day? Are you okay? Whatever. Don't just stand back and watch. Fucking do something. Like, you know, I had someone that actually needed immediate help, who's very close and dear to me. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to stand here and watch you not make it through another night. Babe, I'm going to help you right now. What can we do? You know, like, seriously, people don't take shit seriously. So think about the next thing. Like, you know, people are really scrambling at the moment. So when you sense, not think, sense, feel, like deep down, like, does this feel right? What's my gut telling me? What's my heart saying? Like, not what's in your head. Geez, this doesn't feel right. Well, do something if someone is not, to you, seeming like it's okay. All right, so reach out. Okay, talk to you soon, peeps. Bye.